Because of the papal agenda, it was impossible for Benedict XVI to travel to Mexico for the World Meeting of Families, but he sent his top deputy, Secretary of State Tarcisio Bertone.
As a papal envoy, I go to Mexico to bring the messages, the affection, and the spiritual closeness of Benedict XVI.
The Vatican considers Mexico a strategic place to send a strong message in defense of the family, in hopes it will resonate especially in the United States and Latin America.
It's a periodic meeting which helps the Church send messages to the international community in favor of the family as a union between a man and a woman, just as God created it.
Consistent with Benedict XVI's public comments, Cardinal Bertone wants to point out the existence of a natural law in each person that reminds us what a family is and what a family is not. For this reason, he will ask governments around the world what kind of society they plan to create when they pass laws that leave families behind.
A legislation that ignores determined fundamental principles and corrupts the education of the people, especially the young, because they think if this is allowed, it must be good, and that's not the case.
The Cardinal will also emphasize the importance of affection and family stability to teach justice and peace to new generations. It's a very important message in Mexico, where the government has declared war on drug trafficking.
It's a duty to fight against drug trafficking because it is the worst way to destroy the dignity of young people and of all persons.
The economic crisis will also be a hot subject during his trip. The Cardinal repeated the steps suggested by the Pope to get out of the crisis: moderation and solidarity between individuals as well as nations. As an example, he pointed out that he asked the United States to ease restrictions on its decades-old embargo against Cuba.
We've asked for Cuban immigrants to be able to send money to those who have stayed on the island. Limiting the source of income is eliminating a fundamental form of sustenance for many families.
The trip will end with a meeting of university students. Cardinal Bertone will speak to students and professors of the University of Querétaro about another of Benedict XVI's favorite subjects, the relationship between science and faith.